Hello everyone and welcome back to the Great Book of Grudges. My name is Nathan and we're back with a Total War Warhammer video. Today I want to have a discussion about the Twisted in the Twilight, but not specifically about the DLC, but rather the accompanying rework for the Wood Elves and how it could possibly affect the future implementation of a faction in the future. Please bear in mind, the reason why I'm not showing any Wood Elf content right now in this video is because I want to make best use of my embargoes to show you stuff related to the DLC. So I'm just going to have the trailer for the Twisted in the Twilight running in the background. Now, for those who haven't been checking up with regards to the recent DLC announcement and the Wood Elf rework which is accompanying it, a new mechanic was brought to the Wood Elves. Well, a few were, but this one is the most specific one, that of teleportation. You see, Wood Elf territories themselves are quite far apart, and to be able to travel to these areas in a quick and timely manner, you are able to teleport some armies to those locations through the deep routes. A mechanic which is usable every few turns or so depending on any modifiers that you may have. With this teleportation mechanic, you're able to travel across the Warhammer world with little problems. You can use this mechanic to defend your territories, defend an ally, or even launch an invasion. So what race in the Warhammer fantasy world could also benefit from this mechanic? Well, one simple answer, the Demons of Chaos. Yes, I am aware it's probably a bit soon to be talking about Warhammer 3 again, but after using this mechanic multiple times, it kept making me think about the Demons of Chaos. You see, when the Demons of Chaos eventually get implemented, it's very likely that it would be in the Northern Chaos Wastes. Those are the areas in the Warhammer fantasy world where they have the most influence, as the further north you go in this fantasy world, the further it will spill into the realms of chaos itself. Demons require certain specific settings to be able to stay corporal in the Warhammer fantasy world, one of which is high levels of chaos corruption, so the very north is the likely chance that they'll be situated in. There are of course a few pockets throughout the world which have high levels of chaos corruption, and those are also likely candidates for extra demon settlements. So a teleportation mechanic very similar to that of the Wood Elves that has just recently been added in would probably be the best way to work Demons of Chaos in terms of movement and launching invasions. The way I see it implemented is as follows. In a sense, it would be an almost carbon copy of how the Wood Elves currently work in terms of teleportation. Chaos Demons would then be able to travel from Demonic Stronghold to Demonic Stronghold. But what if it was made a tad more interesting? It's likely the Chaos Demons won't be an empire building race. It doesn't make sense for them to do so, especially since they'll need constant high levels of chaos corruption. They'll have pocket settlements here and there that they'll be able to build up as if it were a normal stronghold, very similar to how Norska expands. So should you capture a faction capital, say for example Altdorf, Drakenhof and so on, it could be possible that then you should be able to build it up as a stronghold, a newly raised bastion of chaos. But those territories themselves are still quite far from the Chaos Wastes, especially in the northern parts. So what if teleportation also came into effect here, where you could use demonic influence to then teleport directly to an enemy city? Let's use an example here. Say for example, you've got your eyes set on Khemri, and slowly you've been corrupting the area around it. Chaos corruption has reached a certain threshold, where now you should be able to teleport an army directly to Khemri, so then you could even lay siege to it directly. I think something like this would work, and of course there would also be the same limitations that the Wood Elves have, where you could only use this mechanic once every 10 turns. And of course there might be certain modifiers that you could unlock to reduce this cooldown. But I honestly believe that this mechanic would make so much good use for the Demons of Chaos. It's something that is quite thematic, and it does make sense. We know in lore of demonic incursions happening at random moments when certain events came to pass, so high chaos corruption could be the lead to one of these events. This has been on my mind since I've had access to the DLC. It just feels like it's something more akin to a hint. But what do you guys think of this idea? Do you think a mechanic like this would work perfectly for the Demons of Chaos? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and let's start a bit of a discussion. But with that, my friends, we've come to the end of our video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, might I suggest giving the video a like, or even subscribing to the channel, as it really does help us out. In the description section below are various links to different social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, and Discord. Also in the description section is an affiliate link with Element Games where you could buy loads of hobby-based products, not just Warhammer, for 10 to 25% off. Making a purchase using that link and also our special code, which is also in the description, supports the channel at no extra cost to you, which we think is rather cool. A big thank you to our patrons. Your support means the world to us. It's amazing that people want to help a small channel like us grow and get to a higher level of content. A big thank you to Gibraltar LUSC, Ryan Bertsche, Andrew Prince, and Okro for subscribing to us at our Fane level. You guys are super cool. And a big thank you to Edward Yule, VS Vasan, Aaron Whitman, and Shaggy for subscribing to us at our King level. Honestly, we can't thank you all enough. And lastly, a big thank you to all of you for liking, sharing, and commenting on these videos. Honestly, it's because of you guys that the channel's been growing at such a great pace lately, so we can't thank you all enough. But with that, my friends, thank you so much for watching once again, and we shall see you all again very, very soon. Have a good day.